that. Okay.
Yes.
Like when I went to Nashville.
Hold on, somebody's talking.
When I went to Nashville, it was like.
Against?
Like abortion. Oh my God.
So they were protesting.
Abortion. Like and all that. Yeah.
So they were protesting.
Yeah, and it was really bad.
And you, okay.
Well, it's like they had a thing out and they were like.
Nashville is a cool city, right? Because of all the music that's going on. Yeah, just music coming out. It's a cool city. Yeah. All right. I do have the master to this. You have to go in order. Okay, you have to go in order to find number one, the Mayflower. The Mayflower is what? The ship. You have to start from the Mayflower, and go to the Pilgrims. That's the only route you're taking. You're not taking the Mayflower all the way across to a man watching television because he's eating so much turkey. What is the chemical that makes you sleep after you eat turkey?
Food. Correct. Me?
It might have that effect. It's like dopamine. It's called tryptophan. Tryptophan affects the dopamine or whatever that part in your body that's released. The brain releases that chemical, and that's why you feel sleepy after that, and you can't watch the football game or whatever, or you fall asleep during the football game. Okay, so we're going from the Mayflower to the Pilgrims. Peregrinos, that's the word for pilgrims. Just do that route. See if you can do it.
I already did it.
All right. Then you go from the Pilgrims to the Indians. Where's the Indians? Okay, right over here. Did you do that?
No.
Pilgrims to the Indians. Then you go the Indians to the dinner, the turkey. Down to the turkey. Then you go from the turkey or the dinner to the dessert. Oh, wait a minute. Where's the dessert?
It can come from
Oh, bottom right is the dessert. You can't really see it because it's dark. That's the Pilgrims. Peregrinos. Then you go from the postre or the dessert to American football, the guy watching TV, American football, falling asleep.
I can't see. I'm stuck.
I got stuck like 10 times.
Oh, that sucks.
I messed up once or twice.
I'm not supposed to go. They just catfish me crazy. I thought I was fun. How you know?
Right.
Oh yeah, I got to the Indian.
It is just playing mind tricks with me.
Yo, I keep on getting trapped.
Yeah, I'm really raw. Wait, are we drawing something out with this? Because I feel like it's about to start drawing something.
No.
Because that looks like a head.
You have the answer. I'm done.
Wow. Okay, you give your finished one to Amber, because she's gonna collect them and bring
How are you
them.
supposed to do this without? Because if you do, it kind of makes a mistake.
How do you do it?
You be doing those at home?
Weird.
No?
Yo, I am raw. Oh yeah, I'm done.
No, no subtitles.
You need to go to the turkey. Yeah.
What's the name of the thing?
But I don't even know. I know what I'm doing this weekend though. Yeah, 'cause my friend got his free, so he's about to have a party. He has friends that is 21, so he's gonna buy it. So we all going to church. We all going to chill. So we all going to church.
Like when you're down though.
Make sure it's turkey. Bro, you wanna see mine, bro? Cause I'm professional at this world. I ain't never messed up.
Eric, you see chitlins?
Look, we just go to the church.
No, I never had it.
It's crazy.
You never had chitlins?
I've never had it enough, but I never had it. Because the smell, well, in my day, they used to cook it, so they didn't buy it. So it stinks, right? It stunk.
It stinks.
That's not,
Chitlins are good. You put some hot sauce on it, it's good. It does taste like chicken. You got to put some hot sauce, they have some potato stuff on it. It doesn't matter if it's not like that.
But then don't get off the heroin.
I know. Same with other shit, bro.
It looks like their face, bro.
What's it
Oh,
called?
wait, supposed to be like low-key.
I was wearing it.
We were on these.
Oh, it stays on you, bro.
I have a question.
Yes.
So does this each one go like this? So it goes like this?
Yep. It goes here,
No, I
and
don't.
then you go over here. We're gonna
Well,
say,
it'd be mad cool in my book.
and then you go to
It feels like it's wet, right?
here, from here to there.
I'll leave it in my phone.
Go to
And then here.
I'll leave it in my phone bag in the morning. Yeah.
He can't catch nothing. He cannot catch.
Oh my God, you just got all these germs.
He
said germs.
We're brother a record here. You like this? Like this?
I finished it. I missed it.
I did it.
Oh,
As a
you
little
here.
girl. I
And I ain't messed up either.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
45 minutes?
Sarah, we should play with us tomorrow. Some people play bingo.
I don't have a pool game.
You know how many people got it? You can ask like 5 people to bring it, just in case 4 of them forget it. A lot of people got it.
You try it, I don't even know how you play it.
Oh.
What, just matching? Like
You do Thanksgiving at your house this year?
Yeah, I put the same number or the
You
same
got a big
color.
house or nice size?
It was big on the outside, but the layout is small.
Wow, small.
Everybody gonna be there? You have kids?
2 grown kids.
They got kids? A lot? How many grandkids you got?
My daughter has 2 sons. The oldest is 9. The youngest is 3. My son has 1 daughter. She's 5.
Aw.
Going on 40.
Yes,
She was
sir.
on YouTube the other day with the makeup. Like 5 years old. 5.
That's like my nieces,
How you doing?
Shut up, how you know?
I'm asking you how you know.
My sister, 23.
You gotta go for it. You gotta go. You gotta go.
With my mom. I got okay, then when you try to put
No, no, money, you got college yet. You gotta be in college.
I thought I got time on my aunt, because my
Well, my mom was in college. She was in college. She had my sister early, and then she came out of college, and then she had my brother, and then she went back to school. She had. I'm trying to tell her to go back to school to get her doctorate degree because like I saw on this thing it was like the NBA is looking for mental health counselors for sports like sports people or whatever. So I'm like you go back and get your PhD in sports medicine and mental health. If you're after degree in mental health, you can be a counselor for NBA. Like the NBA too. She's like, oh, I don't know, like school, like you can do online school. Yeah, that's true. That's what I'm getting. Exactly. You know how much bread that is? That little that computer. She's been at the computer every day. We playing basketball game. She had to be like, go back. Like, oh my god. Yeah, she always got a computer, bro.
Oh, make sure she bring up the MacBook anyway. And she connected to her phone. She's going.
Okay, when you're finished, what I'd like you to do
Finished
is.
with everything. All this?
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's a tricky.
That's not hard. Bro, they type this one.
You take it from the Pilgrims over to the Indians, right? And then from the Indians down to the Turkey. Follow the order down below. And then the Turkey over to the dessert, and then back up, the dessert to the man watching TV. So it's over, down, over, and up.
I'm getting on that shit.
Here, bro. You play that very high That's why you're scared of doing it. I know. Are you shitting me? I did it. Just like, oh, that's what I did.
All the children fighting with them.
More. That's what she said to do. That's what I did. Hey, probably not blah, blah. Keep going down. Hold on, let's look.
You remember it?
No. What was move?
Oh, like the last minute.
Oh, no. Like that.
I will cut that out.
Nah, I told you go to the right. You got trapped. I told you don't go and get trapped, bro. It's so easy. Bro, what? Like this. Here? You sure?
I wasn't gonna put no.
Yeah, here. No, Dad. No, you're gonna get trapped right here, bro. How are you gonna trap right here, bro? Look, bro. You already done. Oh.
There was a rapper out there. $700.
I'm foreign, bro. 700.
Oh my god.
Turkey to the right. Yeah, to cut it. Chop it up.
I'm not getting no work till I
What do you have on them?
It's not hard.
Let's go like all the way up. This one. Step all the way up.
Really? go diagonal.
Here go mine. Here go mine.
What?
She wants to go to the chocolate
Here
chip,
go mine.
the turkey.
Here go mine.
What are you talking about? Exactly. Here we go, here, right? Alright, that's what we're doing. No, not. I don't know. Let's skip in that. I don't think we're gonna find that.
You the first one here?
Hey, you didn't even do like yourself.
No, the first one I did.
Well, alright.
Stuff in the top.
The box. No, man.
My mom offered us in charge of that. Yeah, you have another one?
Oh, yeah, dessert. Dessert for them.
One yellow cake with,
It's not.
chocolate and then one white on white, and then brownies.
You don't even know.
How you know? Yeah, got your ass. My mom makes sweet potato pie. She makes sweet potato pie so good. I want some apple pie though. I need this type of baby, so that way.
Yeah, and like the
I'm like, apple pie, the balloons are like,
I like apple pie. Apple pie is fat.
apple pie, right? Especially with some ice cream.
yes, oh my god.
I'm about to come back 10 pounds heavier, I know.
I ain't gonna cap, I like pumpkin pie too.
We be having like, we'll eat Thanksgiving food Thursday and then Friday, and then Saturday we have like this big old seafood boil joint.
Yeah, I don't like seafood.
What?
I only like shrimp.
I love crab.
I wanna eat the full textures, right?
Oh, I don't, one day I had a bad nightmare, I never touched them crabs again.
I eat a scallop.
Ooh, scallops shouldn't be chewy. I love scallops. Scallops shouldn't be chewy.
No, I'm not hurt.
She over there like, like, shut up. I never had like crab. Cause I'm scared. I'm like, you feel me?
You don't wanna waste your money on it, 'cause seafood is
Not
expensive.
even that. Like if I don't like it, I don't wanna like add the taste.
No, crabs is mad good, but if I eat crab, you don't like crab?
I don't like seafood at all. Like, no.
Sushi's mad nasty.
Sushi, it's okay, it depends on what kind you do.
I'm
It's even worse. I had it from a
Don't
box.
eat the raw one, duh, you're gonna get the.
Ah!
The little dots.
You get that from Walmart? Walmart.
I think so, right?
Walmart.
That is all I want.
They don't give enough. They don't give enough pyramid.
For real, like, what is that doing?
That's for one apple. That'd be double.
It's blue crab, right? I should ask.
Blue crab.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
blue crab.
I just had it. Yeah.
Oh, no, I
They only give her the crab, they don't give her like the snow crab, but they give her the
Hey, give 'em a gun.
that.
You not tired.
My godmother had a big seafood boil, right, and they had the crabs there, like the fries and stuff. Then I went home, I had a nightmare, they was fighting in my feet. When my mom gets the crabs, I hide in my room, I swear. Every single one of them jump out of me. They be trying to call like,
That's so sad, it's boring.
oh, rip crabs.
Yeah, like, you ever watch the video of Snake
You don't even know.
I'm like, oh my
That'd be
god,
funny
that's so
when it's easy to do
sad.
that.
Like, the rat just be going by him, I'm like, why are you going over there and like,
Yeah, mad now.
like,
And you snakes and
sniffing
crabs.
and like, yo, I was supposed to buy dog. I don't know, he was barking at me.
Anybody in here have dogs? I hate dogs. You have a dog?
Why did it?
Oh, your dog died.
Oh, thank you.
I have a dog.
You cry when you have a dog?
No, no, no.
The ball is going away.
Using them wherever.
brother was screaming, he got a Google, I stuck it just to know Google up to the bottom. I gotta go to the.
You see the jaw wobbling every time you move?
No, why don't tell me watching your brother?
Exactly.
I was
Like
just
this.
there.
I'm calling her people.
Oh my, no, and we
My
had to
mom
take
used to
him
be,
to
she
the
like, she knows she got connections now.
We had to take him to the emergency room, get it out.
You talk about dogs, you want to talk about
Google it, like, what?
No, because my brother was.
Girl, I think you didn't know how to be careful of houses.
Imagine.
Hmm? Be careful of houses. Yeah. Pull up in that white van.
Oh, that's not really kidnapping.
Hi, I'm here for little John Kerry. That's not about exterminating animals.
What?
Dying. Oh, dying? Oh, I am, but I'm also Spanish.
You ain't no Spanish.
Yes, I am.
When you, how you Spanish?
My great-grandpa came from Cuba.
How are you Cuban?
They're the same thing. It's like, the Cuban is
Hey, you hear that song? Loyal by Carmen Drake. Where is that thing? You heard Loyal by Carmen Drake.
That's my dad.
Hear the whole song. Blast it.
That's my mom's son.
This one, this is
That's like my stepfather.
Oh, wait, what is it? You don't know how to say it right, so you keep walking, sure. Yeah, but you thought I was
me.
You in the club.
Yes, you are. Some of your group chat talking about me.
No, what the heck?
Some of you guys say him, my knees are gonna like that.
Remember the little jug juices that you used to get when you were like pre-K? The little jug juices? The little, oh yeah, the hug juices. They look like in a jug.
Yeah, like the barrel.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take for you.
They still make it?
Yeah, they, you had those at every party.
I know.
One of those jug juices.
I'm gonna go get my last time. Let me call them.
So it turns into slow.
Can I call them now?
Yeah.
Not during class.
It's so loud.
Yes, all loud, yeah.
Alright, I'll call them next class.
What is knee dropping?
Driving is so hard, bro. I was on the highway and like, you know how you get off?
How do you get your license?
I was literally
The roundabout.
literally, you get like, they're gonna give anybody like, I only drove for 5 minutes.
You're not gonna give no one anybody their license. That's how he went.
Listen, I only drove for 5 minutes up the street, make a right, go down, then K-turn out of a little street and then go back.
I didn't even go in the street.
I didn't see it. I didn't see it.
You go in a big circle. See, I'm scared you want to do that. Yeah, it's like this roundabout thing, right? Yeah, it's like a roundabout, and I was gonna roll, like, you have to wait. But I could've gotten my license for that. Lane, my big truck.
It helped me a lot. She taught me. I drove on 25. I went. Everyone would be like, ah! Everywhere.
I didn't even drive till I started my driving school. I told him I didn't want to go to work. No, you only took me on right coaches.
Well, tell him.
Coach,
Like,
she wants to do
so
so
nice.
Wait, you have to go
As
to
one
class?
old lady. I even sat with her house. I go get some. She was just so nice. We would talk about everything.
I think I lost my permit again.
26.
I should go find my permit again. What you got?
Y'all like doing these pictures.
Hey.
You're not sitting next to me. Look, you're not even.
If I'm sitting like
I
this,
can't
you're
even
next,
see.
on my right is you.
You're not even in my vision right now.
You're what?
Scott,
No, it's like, yeah, like,
Are we almost finished?
Yeah.
All right. Like I said, give your paper to Amber and she'll correct it, because she has the master. Okay, what I'd like you to do
Wait, what
is
should I
take
do?
out your verb chart.
Wait, what should I do with this?
Give it to Amber.
Yes.
Take out this verb chart, because we never went over the last verbs. And really, when we come back, won't it be December?
Yeah.
So when we come back, I want to start Unit 4. I want to be done with the AR verbs.
How you know? How you know?
How do I know what?
That you want to be done with it.
Because we have 7 chapters from now until January 31st. So I need to get on with chapter 4. What I'd like you to do, take this out, please, everybody. Phones down. Take your verb chart out. The next, what I'd like somebody to do is to fill out escuchar, which means to listen. Escuchar, you can come up here and just fill out whatever one you want for escuchar.
Is this for words?
This is the AR verb, the verb chart.
Alright, so I just do one?
Yeah. An artist. Put it.
Wait, do we have to write from here?
No, don't worry about that part. In fact, all right, it's escuchar.
You know that's nice.
That's right, escucho
She knows.
means I listen. Okay, what about you listen? What would it be? Come on up.
I gotta get right for the start.
Escuchas.
Well, yeah, him right now. Look at my E. Look at my S.
Yeah.
Today.
Good to me.
Yep.
I don't have it.
Oh, you really. I just have the E. I don't use
Escuchas, that's right. Who can do usted, meaning you, formal. You listen.
Oh, boy. I'll do stairs.
Picture O while you're at it.
Yeah, you got that laundry. It still look good. Look at that.
Ew, that looks ugly, right? I like those.
I'm here to be
I'm not gonna say too much. I'm gonna let my humor.
Escucha. And what about he or she?
Here he goes. Oh, he. He don't know he rained down.
You know that day
He all
came
nuts.
out at English.
Yeah, yo. It's good to have him. You gotta retry and try. I'm not supposed to do another one. Don't do another one. I'm not supposed to. That's the work. That's work, man. I'm gonna work with you. Imagine right oh, you know. Is this?
That's right, escucha.
He knows it's right.
No, formal. That's right. So you have to remember, this is always the same.
the same time, I might as well just.
That's right.
That's
right.
I'm not sure.
Get it so fast.
Okay, let's do, this is I listen, everybody repeat after me. I listen.
I listen.
Escucho.
Escucho.
You listen.
You listen.
Tú escuchas.
Tú escuchas.
You formal listen. Usted escucha. Usted escucha. Él or ella escucha. Why did I write L again? Why did I write L, ella, él?
Because it's all the same job.
What is it? In English. This is he.
That's she.
She, and what is this?
It.
It. Okay. If you want to say, maybe you're talking about an animal and you don't know if it's male or female, and you just say it. It listens. Okay. Nosotros escuchamos. Repeat it.
Nosotros
Escuchamos. Okay. And ustedes escuchan. And ellos escuchan. This is always the same in AR. Ustedes and ellos and ellas and usted and él. Okay? All right, so instead of escuchar, let's go down the list. Let's go down your verb list. May I see it? On the front. Some of you got this one wrong, so I'm just going to go over it. Mirar. It's still o, as, a, amos, on. It's still that. So how can you write it? Anybody want to come up?
Miro.
That's right, it's miro. I look. It's miro. Okay, mirar, which means to look. And then what will be to be? Miras. You look. Miras. Check your charts if you have it wrong for this one. Okay? Usted? Mira. El, ello, or el. I'm going to say as usted. What is it? Class. That's nice that Ms. Shaya knows it.
Mira.
Mira. Okay? And this one, nosotros, nosotras. Miramos. And ellos, ellas, and ustedes. Miran. And miramos. Please, everybody check this one. Miro. For some reason, people were getting it wrong. Okay? And then, let's just check something that we didn't go over. How about sacar, which means to take out. Take out the trash. Saca la basura. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Take out the trash. Or take off your coat. Well, actually, it's quitar. But anyway. All right? What would it be for sacar? Gabrielle, what would it be? Do you have it on your list? For I, for yo. Huh? Spell it.
S-A-C-O.
That's it, saco. Saco. So, Sierra, what would it be for you take out? O, as, a, amos, an. Tú sacas. Sacar. Sacas. Check yours and, that's one. Check yours is wrong. Wrong. For sacar. Check yours, please, guys, and correct it for sacar.
Wait, I don't see.
She gave you these upstairs.
Which one wrong?
You probably did,
Saca.
because you put them all on the table.
It'll be AR instead of O.
It's right here.
You gotta take the AR.
Just correct it. Veronica, I think you have to correct yours too.
What, this one? Yeah. I didn't get so.
Okay, yeah.
Everybody have it? Amber, do you have this? Yo saco, tú sacas? And Sierra, do you have usted?
On what?
For sacar, to take out.
Hold on. Saca.
For usted?
Yeah.
Okay, saca, right.
Yeah.
And all of this is the same, so it's easy, saca. How about, Josh, what would it be for nosotros for sacar? Oh, as,
Wait, do I got all of them?
Sacamos. Nosotros sacamos.
Wait, I got all of them.
Y'all listening, did you guys practice or no? And Antonia, what would it be for ustedes and ellos, cause it's always the same? O, as, a, amos, an. Saca. Right. Okay, so you guys get the pattern?
See.
Okay, I don't wanna spend too much time on this, cause next week, we're gonna be learning ER and IR verbs. We're gonna be learning comer, leer, aprender, comprender, beber, vender, ver, and tener. You already kind of have tener. Tengo, tienes, but we'll go over it. So this is what we're starting on Unit 4. Okay, we're a little behind because we're spending so much time getting this pattern down. So I want you guys to get the pattern down. Especially with, how about, doy, dar? How about dar?
Doy.
Doy, very good, for I. Sometimes like ser, soy, the O will carry a OY, okay? Yo doy. It means I give. How about tú?
Das.
Das, tú das. Usted, ella, da. Da. Nosotros, damos. It sounds weird by itself, I know. Ustedes and ellos and ellas?
Gardens?
Dan. It's the same pattern, almost. O, as, oops, I'm sorry. O, as, a, amos, an. Okay, except for the OY. You just have to kind of remember that for doy. Alright? Alright, let's say, anybody have a question about any of the verbs and what they mean? We didn't get to the bottom ones that are in bold. In bold. We have dar, cenar, desayunar, almorzar. They all have to do with Unit 4. So I will have to go over it for Unit 4 because it has to do with food. We're talking so much about Thanksgiving and what we like to eat. Does anybody know which verb on that list on the bottom in bold means to breakfast, to eat breakfast?
To eat breakfast?
Desayuno.
Very good, desayunar. Breakfast is desayuno, so desayunar. Does anybody know which one means to eat dinner?
Preparada.
Dessert.
Wait, is that wrong?
That's dessert, okay.
Almorzar.
Cenar.
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 C-E-N-A-R. Cena means the dinner. So to eat dinner, to dine means cenar. How about the last one, Scott? To lunch. To eat lunch or to lunch with someone.
Yes.
It's hard to say.
Is it? Almorzar.
Almorzar. Almorzar. And again, any word that starts with AL is from the Arabic language. It's borrowed from there.
That's lunch?
That means to lunch, or to eat lunch, okay? All have to do with food practically, all right? And then preparar means to prepare food, okay? What are you gonna fix? That's what we say in English, right? What are you gonna fix for dinner? We say, ¿qué vas a preparar? What are you gonna prepare for dinner? And then desear means to desire, to want. Deseo, like, ¿qué quieres? What do you want for dinner? Oh, deseo carne, like I want meat, something like that, okay? All right, so it's, we have like 10 minutes, 10 minutes, okay? I'll let you guys relax, all right?
Yeah.
Yes, I'll let you relax. Okay. No problem.
Done with this?
You can check your grades for the quiz, because the grades are already in.
Oh, we can?
For my quiz?
You handing them back?
No, I'm not handing the quizzes back, but the grades are in.
That was fast, you know?
Yeah, while you were doing the puzzle.
100 guy.
I got better than you got.
Did you? I got a 101.
I got 102. Oh, what?
Did I say 101? I said 101 plus.
I got a 110.
Well, shut up, guy.
I got a 120.
120? That's great.
I got a
Shut up.
I got 100. My grade is stuck. It didn't even go up or down.
Hey, I ain't got no service.
My grades right now are 99, 100, and 0.
0.
I think it's an error because now
This school be having like interruptions.
No, it has to be. Like, you know, my mom yelled at her, my mom called up here, she's not gotten back to her yet or anything.
Nah, just ask her today.
No, they ain't answering her nothing.
Thank you.
She's emailing me.
Freshman year was so like the events and stuff.
I think you told her.
We had a lot of stuff. And now it's like.
I finished out at 4 o'clock.
Huh?
This is my third high school.
They're high school.
Yeah, I went to Canada, I was like, I have to roll around and I'm here.
Yeah.
I went from, I was a motherfucker.
Alright, bro.
Probably want to, like, I'm like, about to sing it. I was about to say, he's racist ass. And then it's gonna be for like 2 games. And I came back, they started me, they took me off my seat.
Oh, man.
I'll go there. I'll go there and back offers in the face. Like, is that how
Ain't nobody, none of them little girls can win, you what? They probably went to go to like a cross or something.
Papa John's, there you go.
I don't know their stuff, I just know.
Oh, that chicken at Papa.
No.
I just had Papa chicken, what, Sunday?
I just had chicken salad with
It's Saturday, no, Saturday. I didn't feel like it, but I didn't. I'm still here, I'm
I'm not even gonna try.
I don't know how to do it.
I don't know how to do the job.
I literally backed up. I was scared to.
Yo, I tapped it. He ain't got my phone. It's cause my phone's cracked, bro. My phone don't be feeling everything I do.
They really be having bread on it.
You like that bread?
They really be having bread on the chicken.
Ah, damn. That sucks.
You guys are
I'm gonna jack it from the whole store.
Huh?
Patriots
They on the table.
I almost got hit like no, have you ever been twice? No.
Yes. Oh, and ice.
And then my little,
It's too easy.
I understood it, but I don't know how to do it.
Go right to the kids when you're apple juice.
Never been tried.
I can't wait till I
Oh,
move
I
back.
got one
Ooh.
quick then. Are you? Three?
I only like three now.
Okay, I'm gonna need about 10 more of these before the bell rings.
Oh, they're over here. They're gonna talk back to you.
Can you come during your lunch period to take the quiz?
This is 7.5.
10 seconds. Do you have clients?
I could make a little room. Oh.
Then take it during art.
Oh, that's it too.
The teacher's out, so take it during art.
She's not here today?
Yeah, but this takes 5 minutes. You can do it.
She's not here today? She's not here today? Yeah, I'm at it. Hey.
I buy my fabric next
I'm
one.
for real.
To get in my jacket.
Let me show you out there.
Shush. Why?
Look. Yeah.
No.
What color? Oh, yeah. Oh, somebody who had it. Oh! Wait.
They like more?
No. Well, practically, it's like
Yeah,
At the end of trials, because he got cleared, what, yesterday?
Who? I sit there like this, watching them.
You are 21.
They were guards. I believe they were guards.
There was bad girls though.
Can you see it?
They were either nice or trash.
Aaron, do you know how to spell?
Really? How'd you do?
Again, bro? Look. Her dad thinks she's better than me. Dude, that's what did she do that's funny?
Wait,
Bro. Last year, right, at the end, when I was doing it, when I had got injured again, y'all done the thing when I needed to do the playoff game. He's like, come on. He was in behind, oh, my girl's coming here, and I said, she's better than her. I get her just a little bit. Do you see Jada play?
Little what?
Even, but
I'm because by the time you get ice cream joint. That's what me and we see each other out. At first I hit him up, and I gotta get him back, and he hit me up. Imagine getting hit off. Nah, cause at first I was dribbling.
And she a guard. I was
And he reached over the and then the second time,
and they guard. They was that
dude,
is
yeah,
bad.
half bad. He big, but he's fast.
Sorry, stop.
Pulled up. He missed a big
I was
shot.
right behind that shit, right? And I'm a big. They're guards. They was way behind me. I was smoking them.
In the red shirt? She was out too.
She's like 4 sports. Spanish girl, I know. Spanish girl won't play with us, no soccer will. Soccer will my 80 team, so she already knows.
Oh, run. Look, this how be in the baseball. Like this. You went to Burrow? No, I ain't go to Burrow.
Alright,
because we did them 18
What, for it? You played baseball last year?
Nah,
Nah, let's go.
Nah, I used to put the Florence. I put travel for a while, for like 7 years straight. And then I played 1 year for Florence, and then I went to high school.
I played both. So we went. It wasn't in the higher division. We almost beat them. How you in the higher division? We almost beat you.
My middle school basketball team got kicked out of league because there was a fight.
My middle school basketball team was.
We was up. We was undefeated then. You guys like, bro? More like it's so close. 15, like, oh, it don't matter anyway. But 15, it shows that you had no competition. It shows that your team is trash.
At more than
At one point, I was like, we could be like, oh, they're not like that.
Erin, she's kind of like she don't remember me going to Memorial 8th grade. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Where were you at?
Hey, girl, you say
No, you remember me going there?
yeah.
You remember me?
There it is. Damn. Why did he
It's not organized.
I got you in art.
It wasn't for me. It was like 6 classrooms of 3 grades.
It really was London trying to think she was as good as her sister.
Everybody be like that. Everybody like she really think she good at it.
Yeah, we're not Aaliyah what?
Amber!
Aaliyah tough shit.
We will never be like her.
Que pase un buen día de acción de gracias.
Have a good day.
Thank you.
Or a good weekend.
Yes.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving. See you all Monday.
What? No, it ain't like you still playing a video game, like a shooter game.
You missed out.
video right here.
Alright.
Who's here?
We have a song.
It's a missile right here?
What's up?
Over here, like, you have her right here?
Wait,
We all
so, wait, don't you have her like first bout?
I have a first one. Do you have her?
Huh?
Here, no,
She wasn't
Wait,
here.
wait, wait. Is she here first ball? She's not. Okay, she's not here.
She's up.
Okay, well now I'm from
We're gonna have some whole week, you know.
only being just
We have ourselves. You here for?
No! I just called all day yesterday because
It's not one thing.
girl,
You gotta be here on like next week or another week. Well, the same thing happened where she's out.
Maybe a weather shirt all day.
She'll be out for 2 weeks. Happened last week.
My baby! I've got my babies back. Hey! Hola. Hola.
Last time, most people like got bad grades because nobody could afford it.
Real
quick. Here, girl. No! Huh?
Ni hao.
You can hear it here.
Ni hao.
Here's the champion, you can turn it off.
Of course you would write somebody. And you raising his finger.
Not how? Hola.
Not
What you
how.
write?
You said not how.
Nigga.
That's not how, right?
How Thailand.
You still remember that show?
No.
You still remember that show, bro?
Oh, wow. You say me now? To your grandmother?
John.
Oh my god.
No.
Do you have a middle name, Torah?
Let's three.
What do you say?
It sounds like it, bro. Okay.
You know, pretty funny. You
No,
know,
why is
yo, you always say you're doing it like 40
That's all we have.
Don't say her name, bro.
You want somebody
Do not
to
say her
like
name.
40 per time.
I think
No.
I think this was
Not
yesterday.
now. Not now.
Yo,
Right.
We're gonna come on like Baja Blast.
how fast do you think it would take for your phone to charge on that?
I just said it.
how Baja Blast?
No, it's not Baja Blast. And you say like you guys call it Baja
wanna
Blast.
see
I
that.
think, and I was like 3 point, and then someone said, oh yeah, he's doing
Is it Baja?
Yeah.
So I would think Trevor spelling and what photo would have to stop. But mine
They
is.
don't sponsor, bro.
That's why we
I'm forever sponsored.
But it's Maureen.
I'm forever sponsored.
I can't drink.
Okay, let's go, guys. All right.
No, mine first.
Last time I drank Mountain Dew,
It's a show.
Hey.
Guess mine.
What's your
I don't know.
Guess mine.
Hi.
She might not have
Guess
expected
mine.
to be out 2 days.
John. Jack.
What?
2.
I'll give you.
Rebecca's like a blush.
No, I will give her a hint. I'll give her a hint. It's the last name of a famous basketball player.
2.
No.
What's your actual middle name?
Wait.
Oh, Jordan, it's a show. So it's.
Yeah, but that first one we know.
What is
That
it?
first one we just talked about, that fits a lot better.
Jalen.
Wait,
What is
so
it?
what's your last name?
Oh, I know.
Weird.
Oh, where?
You know my grandfather's last name
Oh, I
is
thought
weird.
you just said.
That's why I know it's weird. So if I didn't have my dad's last name, my last name. I know, that's why I was like, ew.
Now you wanna know what the weirdest third name is? Oh man. You wanna know if that's Myson? Myson, a man, Robinson.
You know what?
You spell right.
People call
If you say it the way it's actually said, it sound a lot more
What is their
better.
middle name?
But
Just stay for a while. I dare you, run it. You can give
got pressured and maybe.
What? Everybody was dancing.
That's so crazy. So, when
Did you just think over the window?
No.
the Instagram thing is Raya.
Why you guys
And
I'm
then, 2000.
trying to figure out why you guys
I don't know.
Page.
I got.
What? I had my Instagram for like since I was in 5th grade.
I learned Instagram since freshman year.
Why do you get up at 6?
I take a shower.
So there's some 7 years ago. I know. I used to be obsessed with the phone. Now I don't care.
So wait.
You guys see my outfit?
Bro, I'm just sitting like chilling. Not gonna lie.
I can do that too. True. I last night. I walked in the shop, yo, it's all.
I put my bag
right, and I just see my mom go, yo. In the shower, I was like, yo, chill. She's like,
It was like 6:40.
No, I hate when my mom and
I was out of the shower.
The thing about my grandmother is like, if she had something,
y'all have to go to the office.
Damn, I'm trying to say one story every
All of
time.
us?
No.
because the thing about my,
Wait, what? We had to go.
And then.
Can we ring our stuff?
Take your stuff just a picture. Oh no, you can leave it here. You can come back.
Is it a,
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I can't tell you what it is. Is it a movie?
Yeah, they said, the officer said it's some kind of group that they're doing.
Okay.
Are we supposed to go down to the Tri-Citizen or something?
Yeah, try going there first. And if it's not there, let me know. I'll call you.
She isn't there, Mr. Johnson's in her phone.
Okay. It wasn't done, let me know. I'll ask Mr. Johnson. Hold on, let me just pop and ask him.
Good morning, main office, Republic speaking. I can transfer your call over, okay? I don't know. All right.
Hi, Mr. Johnson. Oh, the 2 young men that you said y'all. Okay. Johnson, okay.
Thank you.
How's everyone's semester going?
Good.
I love this. Do you remember this, Tariq? Yeah. Is it a good choice today? Decent. Alright. Have you guys ever played like any of those?
Cards Against Humanity.
Yeah, you said it, not me,
Yes.
Matt.
The
Alright.
thing is, I found a website that literally lets me play it on my phone.
It does?
Yes.
Alright, well we are gonna
I looked at Cards Against Humanity and boom. It says in the description Android.
play it on the phone. Interesting. Can you do what? I do have a favor though. Will we meet for group today?
Just give it a bunch of texts.
Just give it a what?
These two people literally talk a lot that literally have to keep doing this till they shut up.
What do you have to keep doing?
Keep tapping because the text will go by.
Wait.
He's trying to advance the.
Oh.
Yeah, basically advance stats as fast as I can.
All right, I'll make you a
I
deal.
can do two things at once. Though.
I'll make you a deal. Yeah. Yeah. But I don't, and we're not playing it. You're just gonna advance to get. We're just gonna let you tap. That's it. Okay. All right. I'm fussy. I'm flexible. That's fair, right?
Well, that was unexpected.
Whoa, thanks, Matt. Much appreciated. Okay, so first, well, you said something, Sean, that kind of threw me off. So, awkward moments. Does that make you nervous?
No, I just don't like it.
You know what do you mean you don't like it?
I don't know what it is what I mean.
What is it? Do you know what it is?
No, and I don't want to know either.
Why? I want to expand on this just a little. So, is just the idea of an awkward moment make you uncomfortable, or you
Yeah.
just don't want to participate in a game?
I just don't want to do the game.
Just don't want to do
The game.
the game?
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about awkward moments?
No.
Okay. So, do you know do you know anything about the game?
No.
So then how do you know you don't want to do it?
Just the name of it gives it away.
I mean, but if you don't, to be fair, if the name of it gives it away, but you don't really know what we're going to do, then does it really give it away?
No.
So, how about we expand our horizons a bit? What was that?
The text is finally done.
Thank you very much. So how about we expand our horizons a bit and we how about we see if we can play the game and we see what it's about. And then if you really feel very strongly about not participating, then we'll go from there. Okay, that's fair.
So let Dr. Clayton explain explain, and then we'll step by step let her explain how we play the game. It may not be what you think it is.
So I'm not gonna make anybody talk about their awkward moments just yet, unless you want to, because that's always good conversation. So basically what we're gonna do, we're gonna start with, I guess I'll start as the decider and then we'll move around the room. We have a bunch of moments, right? So these are moment cards. So this is your awkward moment, right? And not all of them are awkward. Some of them are just like tough social situations. They're not all like embarrassing. Some of them are embarrassing, some of them are funny. And then you guys are all gonna get a certain amount of reaction cards, okay? And based on the moment, I'm gonna ask you to answer the moment card with the best reaction you can come up with based off a certain criteria. So we'll do like an example.
This literally is the educational version of Cards Against Humanity.
I know. Why do you think I got it? I like Cards Against Humanity.
Seems like a distant cousin.
Wait,
to
it's in the
Apples
actual
to
game of
Apples.
it?
A distance cousin to Apples to Apples?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever played Apples to Apples.
It's a great game to play with a larger family.
Huh.
At like family gatherings together. The more people you have, the better the game
Better?
is.
I might have to take this home to Thanksgiving though.
Listen, when you pulled it out, I was like, oh.
Okay. Okay, so this is my moment card. You're dropping eggs off
the school roof for a physics experiment and accidentally hit a teacher in the head?
Ooh. Point and laugh. I don't know.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding.
Well, is that the best? Right? So then, I would read this to you guys.
Detention for you, sir.
Let's say, Batuan, let's say you had 5 different cards, right? 5 different reaction cards. And I said, okay, in that certain situation, what would be the most intelligent way to handle that? Okay? So if you're on the top of the roof of the school, dropping eggs off for a physics experiment, and you hit a teacher in the head, what's the most intelligent way you can handle that? You guys are going to pick from your reaction cards and tell me what the most intelligent way to handle it is, okay? And Matt's wheels are spinning.
I'm gonna pick the most funniest one I see.
Alright, so first things first. We're gonna hand out some reaction. You think you wanna try it? Can we try this one?
You
Let's go
don't
around.
even actually have to speak, it sounds like, Sean, you just have to pick from your card.
Cards. And what you're gonna do is once you pick a card, you're gonna toss it in the middle. We're not gonna say whose it is, right? Same thing on Cards Against Humanity. And then myself and Miss Christian, we'll go around, we'll take turns. But we will pick which one we think is the best or the most appropriate based off the cards, okay? So let's do, I'm gonna play too, but I just may not play like this, like each round.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give everybody a set of cards. Here, I'll just get them. I just wanna make sure I get the good card.
Don't fall on the floor.
Thanks, Duke. How many cards do you think I should give each person? I'll give you like a hearty amount. A lot to read. I do love this game. It's a nice short week. It's a nice fun game. What did you say?
So I think I'm gonna win, I'm good at
Let's do one more. And then I can hand out more as we go. Okay. All right.
Thank you very much.
So we already used this.
Where's the card? Oh.
Mine over here.
No, Ben
Oh, Ben doesn't have a set? Yeah, Ben. Wait, yeah. There you go. Pass that one down.
Oh.
We just missed a set. That's okay. I was like, I don't have any. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna pick the cards first.
I don't know why.
Ooh! Your scout leader tells you to skip the technology badge because it would be too hard for you.
What?
Yeah, so your scout leader tells you to skip the technology badge because it would be too hard for you. Oh.
I have a good one. Ooh,
I
I know I have a
Wait. What would be the most cowardly thing to do?
Oh man. Yeah, now I
I got a good one.
The most cowardly thing to do when your scout leader tells you to skip the technology badge because it would be too hard for you.
I got nothing.
Yeah, but someone, just take your best guess. They're funny to read.
Or you just tell us a throwaway card.
Throwaway card?
Because you usually don't have anything good in cards.
Alright, you can do throwaway card.
Try it like that.
Alright, then I'll just.
I was kinda.
Flicks it over.
Alright.
Yeah, this is
Let me
definitely
read them.
like apples to apples.
Let's see what's going on.
Like apples to apples? I need to get some good games for home, so maybe I'll have to
The,
invest in the apples to apples.
The green cards are, you get a word and with a definition,
Mhm.
and the red cards are scattered around with very different things.
Mhm.
Like, trying to think of a word for the green card. I'll get back to you.
Alright, you think about that. I'm gonna have to look into it. Alright. So your scout leader tells you to skip the technology badge because it would be too hard for you. What is, oh, that's not the one I had. What is the most, I said cowardly?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the most cowardly way to handle that. Someone says,
There's a word. Cowardly.
rockin'. Chase your tail like a dog.
I think we know who put that one.
That would be the most cowardly. That would be very cowardly to chase your tail like a dog. Embrace it.
Ooh.
Do we think that is cowardly, or do we think it's the opposite of cowardly?
Maybe the exact opposite.
What do you guys think? Okay. Cover your eyes. If you don't see it, it doesn't exist. Tell them to stop getting in your business. Up and at 'em.
That's one way you get kicked from the camp.
It's true. That's a very good point.
So wait, do we get to argue our points?
Yeah, if you want to argue your point, I feel like Miss Christian, I feel like you
Usually it's
need to argue a point.
Usually it's up to the side to pick a card.
So you think maybe that should happen first, and then we can.
And then
you can. So I pick a card first.
That's how Cards Against Humanity works.
All right. So should I pick one first?
Usually, pick one you think is the most funniest.
I'm gonna pick the funniest because I have to pick the most cowardly. So the most cowardly, I would say, is cover your eyes. If you don't see it, it doesn't exist. Who put that one in?
Me.
Oh,
You?
no.
That was that was yours?
I thought you were gonna.
That's
I thought you were gonna say who agrees with.
Oh, well, do you agree? That's the most cowardly one. Yeah.
Aye.
Right, because if you don't address it and you just kind of like pretend it didn't happen, I mean, no, it doesn't always. It's not always the most appropriate. Definitely a cowardly way to handle it. And what could you have done? Like, what would have been an appropriate way to handle that situation if you accidentally dropped an egg on a teacher's head?
Huh?
If you accidentally dropped an egg on a teacher's head, what would be like a good way to handle that?
Oh wait. Okay. I thought we were
And then
talking
you got a
about
Home
the
Alone
scout
2
leader.
situation.
That's what I meant.
Oh, okay.
That's what I meant. That's what I meant.
Okay.
Did I read that? No, wait. Is that the one I read to you guys?
Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
scout
It
leader
is the one I
and
read to you.
technology
That was the old
advantage
one.
is too hard.
Sorry. I'm not gonna lie then. Wait, cover your eyes if you don't see it doesn't exist. I still say that's cowardly.
Yeah.
But I also think another form of cowardly is tell them to stop getting in your business. I don't know if I think that is like a great way to handle that. Because what do we think about conflict? Have you guys ever been in any type of conflict with like an adult? You ever have a teacher give you a grade you didn't think was fair? You're all smirking right now. So does anybody have a grade? Does that ever happen to anyone? You don't have to use teacher names.
I mean, most of the time, if you do it, you're gonna get lower grade.
If you do what?
If you do it, conflict, you're probably gonna get lower grade.
If you have a conflict with the teacher,
Yeah.
you think that's gonna get you a lower grade?
Most likely.
Oh.
Or something bad.
You're not entirely wrong, but I hope the teachers wouldn't hold that against you if you have an off day and have a conflict. Yeah, Jack?
I think that point is a little, that's a pretty, because teachers, they should base on what you did and not how you acted.
That's a great point. I would hope that would be the case, right? I would hope that would be the case. Yeah, we're gonna say something else?
People can be very smart, but can also be very immature because,
I know 3 people that should be immature.
That's a great point. We're not gonna, are they?
Say their names, they're just annoying as hell.
So there's students in your class?
Especially in I'm pretty sure you already know about this.
Okay. So, I want to hear, is there anybody that wants to defend their point?
Of course.
Let's hear it, Ms. Christian.
So there was a hush that came over the group when Embrace It was read. I felt like that was a count, at least of my cards, because if the scout leader says, don't do your technology badge, it was too hard, and you just said, okay, and you don't, if you just embrace what they say, and you don't at least try, or you don't at least maybe have a conversation and say, hey, I disagree with that. If you just accept what people tell you about yourself, maybe not cowardly is the best word that I would use, but given this situation, that's why I put that card.
I'll give it.
That's accepting your fate, bro.
What do you guys think? So I think that's actually very similar then to cover your eyes if you don't see it, it doesn't exist. Right? You just kind of Now, that brings up a good conversation about self-advocacy.
Oh, God.
Do you guys know what self-advocacy is?
No.
No? Does anybody? Let's hear it, Ben. What do you think self-advocacy is?
Like standing up for yourself, you know, like not being afraid to talk about what you need.
Now, I think, what do you guys think? Do you guys think do you think any way of standing up for yourself is good, or do you think that you can do it and it's sometimes appropriate and sometimes inappropriate? Tariq, you're shaking your head. What do you think? You think that it's inappropriate? You can sometimes stand up for yourself in an inappropriate way?
Oh.
No?
Mm-hmm.
You do?
Yes.
Yeah. I agree. That would be very close. That would be similar to like tell them to stop getting in your business, right? If a teacher or scout leader says that you're not too smart to do something, being very confrontational, right? Which I think is a form of being cowardly. I'm not gonna lie, because you can't have an open conversation with someone. You're just shutting them down, saying, mind your own business. I don't want to hear it from you. I think yes, you're standing up for yourself, but at the same time, you're not doing it in a kind, mature, appropriate way, which can sometimes bring on.
Can escalate the problem.
Yes. Well, that's what Batuan brought up, is that when you create that kind of conflict, and so that becomes the focal point of the interaction versus, hey, you tried to tell me I can't do something that I can actually do.
That's a good point. All right. Well, I think we have a tie here, but I will give it. Do you want to pick the next card?
Oh no, I enjoy playing.
You want to play?
Yes.
I'll do it. I'll facilitate. It's okay.
Hey, which one won?
I'm gonna say Miss Christian.
I was the one with the tail.
But it really was a tie because with the cover your eyes if you don't see it doesn't, because they're kind of very similar. But Miss Christian's had an exclamation point on it, which is really.
And let me point out, that was a form of self-advocacy, because initially the group tried to tell me that my answer was a good one, and I had to raise my hand and politely tell the group, yes it was.
Yes it was.
I should have done that.
No, because I thought yours was good too. So you really didn't have to, because I thought yours was good. So I really think it was a tie between, I think it was probably two different ways to say a very similar message.
Yes.
Right? All right. Let's see.
All right.
The robotics club meets at the same. Would you know what I'm gonna read? All these cards. There's no way you remember this one.
Clover freshman year, and they barely gave me a damn thing to do.
At robotics club.
Yes, which is why I stopped going.
Is that what I'm gonna read about on the card?
Well, something similar to that, maybe.
No, I think it's gonna be good. Let's hear it.
Now they're gonna give you stuff to do. Robotics.
Oh yeah.
Like
now they're gonna give it too much.
There anymore.
All right, let's.
Robot. Print stuff out.
The robotics club meets at the same time as the yearbook. You want to do robotics, but your friends make fun of you for being nerdy. What would be the most obnoxious way to respond to that? Oh, man.
I got a good one. Is the right one? Yep.
Is everybody good with the word obnoxious?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's good? Okay.
Do a comprehension check, Miss Christian.
I don't know what's an obnoxious way. Banshee scream.
Thanks,
I
guys.
gotta pick one.
Good, I have everyone's?
Yep.
All right.
I might have to defend mine again.
Yes, Ben?
I was counting people to make sure all the cards were.
So just as a reminder, the robotics club meets at the same time as the yearbook. You want to do robotics, but your friends make fun of you for being nerdy. What is the most obnoxious way to handle that moment? Have a picnic.
Well, that's so random.
I'm calling throwaway card on that one.
Say awkward in a high-pitched voice. Sing and dance in the rain. Use ESP and read minds. If only we could do that. Laugh loudly as if they just told a funny joke. Form a new club at school. and do a Jedi mind trick.
Oh my god.
Close one. I think I'm gonna have to give it to the most obnoxious, is because I'm imagining this happening, is laughing loudly as if they just told a funny joke. What do you guys think?
I agree.
Yeah. How could you handle that situation? If someone makes fun of you in school, or you want to do something that you're you're interested in, and they're like, nah, in your video games, right? Oh, the video game's so dorky. Why do you want to play that? Like, what would be an appropriate way to handle that situation?
They better fuck off away from me.
Okay,
Oh,
well,
okay, then.
we're gonna dial that back.
Oh my god.
Do you, first of all, do you think that's appropriate language to use in school? I'm sorry, what?
Nope.
Okay. I don't like when you use that language. So that's a little offensive to me. Okay? Especially in front of the group, we're trying to have a good conversation. I'll ask again. What do you think an appropriate way would be to handle that situation if someone was making fun of you?
Put in my headphones and jam the volume up.
Yep, just kind of ignore it. That's one way.
You know what, Matt? Take your statement and make it a more positive one. So the statement you made, the one that was inappropriate, rephrase that and make it like able to be spoken in school. How would you rephrase it? So instead of F off, what would you do?
Turn my music up, I ignore them.
Oh, you can't think of a way to rephrase you saying that in like no? What about somebody else? Can they take that statement and make it a positive one that's a little bit more appropriate? We're just kind of, trying to
Well, my statements are
defending mine.
No, not at all. No, they were taking a moment to maybe, because that's how you felt. So if that's how you felt in the moment and that's what you wanted to express, let's come up with a better way to express what you wanted to say, but in a more appropriate way. No?
We'll come back to that.
I've been baking my father over here.
So, Jack, what were you gonna say? Did you have a way to handle that situation?
Yeah, yeah.
Alright.
Got it.
And
No, you don't want to share?
I got it.
What do you got?
Just let them know that you don't appreciate what they're saying, and then after that, just ignore them, and maybe if they continue, then tell the teacher to talk to them.
Ooh, you know what I like that. You know what I like most about that is you kind of combined like a few different strategies. So, because I like the part about ignoring them. I like how Matt said he would just put it on his headphones and ignore them. But I also like that you started it out with that you would express to them that you didn't like it, so that you let them know what they were saying was inappropriate. I like that one. Yeah, Jack?
I would just say, hey, that seems a bit rude to say. Could you just, I don't really know how to say it without sounding rude.
You could just say, could you not say that anymore?
Yeah.
Right? I think it's okay if you get frustrated too. If you get if you're upset when you say it, I think that's okay. Were you gonna say something?
I feel like, today, they probably wouldn't stop in, this day and age, which is why I added the tell teacher part in.
Yeah, that's true.
It usually takes a higher authority to stop something like that.
Sometimes I find too that when people say things like that, they're looking for a reaction. So when you get frustrated with them, I mean, it's a natural response for any of us to have, but once you kind of show those cards to them, then they kind of know they've bothered you. Mm-hmm. So then they can kind of keep bothering you. They know what's gonna push your buttons. Right? Has anyone ever had that happen to them, where they feel like someone just knew how to push their buttons? Matt, do you have any examples? I know in print shop maybe.
Those annoying sacks of crap never shut the hell up. Ever.
They talk all the time. Do they know it bothers you?
They best be lucky if there's someone watching them.
Well,
someone's gonna play sooner or later.
One day, yeah.
They
but
literally never shut the hell up.
Kids in your class.
Yes.
Yeah. So what do you do about that? Do you ever say anything to them, or do you kind of keep to yourself?
They should eventually Mr. Fitting walks in the room, but when they're out, they be zoning again.
But you didn't answer my question. Do you ever say anything to them, or do you just kind of ignore it?
It only motivates them, so it's pathetic.
So you don't find there any value to addressing them?
Pathetic. Addressing them only motivates them to do it more.
All right, that's fair.
What shop are you in? Wait, you said it's in your shop.
Yeah.
In like, I think in his grade. Were you gonna argue yours?
Yeah, but that one because it's like.
You sure?
Yeah.
Which one was yours?
The ESP one. Use ESP and read the logs.
Listen, if I could do that, that would be my favorite card ever.
Yeah.
I mean, I would just like sit there and do nothing and just like. Yeah.
Would they know you were
They
trying to
were
do
just
it?
trying to be stupid.
Would you do one of these things, like?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
Just
there
to
would
try
be
to be
like,
stupid.
there would be theatrics involved, and that would definitely. I think there's definitely a few obnoxious ones in here. So I agree, that is a good one for sure.
And just do every second of your life.
Every second of their life.
Yeah.
Why would you want to dedicate your time to that?
It's obnoxious, remember?
Then it's true. All right. Let's see. What do we
Who
got?
won that?
What was the first one that I said about laughing loudly?
Oh.
Whose was it?
Oh.
Wait, what?
It was yours?
Laughing loudly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Dad.
Well, then my card was in obvious though, right?
Oh, no, which one was that?
It was awkward.
Oh, I wasn't a throwaway. That
Yeah,
was
I don't
actually
think
a
that
really
was
good one.
Yeah, I don't think it was a throwaway.
I just envisioned someone laughing loudly being able to be super obnoxious, right? Ooh, you do really well on a science project, but your friend tells you that it's only because you're the teacher's pet.
Ooh.
I like this one. What is the most appropriate way to handle that? You do really well on a science project, but your friend tells you that it is only because you're the teacher's pet.
Any advice for any of the cards? I don't have any card that does that.
Nothing appropriate? Do you want to give a throwaway?
Nothing that.
Alright, you don't have to put it. Okay.
Something this way.
Alright. Am I missing one? Sorry, did you put one in? You don't have to put a card in if you want to tell me what an appropriate way to handle the situation is.
I don't know what to do this.
Well, gotta get creative.
I would've done that sooner. I'm not lying.
Well, maybe the next one we'll just have a conversation about. How about that?
Yeah, I mean,
Alright. Did you drop it?
Yeah.
Oh, did I get it? Alright, so the most appropriate way to handle someone calling you a teacher's pet. Saying that idea is ludicrous. Relax and count to 10. Saying your accent isn't fooling anyone. Saying, oh snap.
That's what somebody in the audience would say.
Speak your mind. We hope that speaking your mind would be appropriate, yeah. Take charge like Oprah. I love this card. I don't think I've ever seen that one. And tweet about the hashtag drama.
Ooh.
I would want that.
I'll put that card down.
Alright. What do you guys think? I'm thinking I love a good coping strategy. I love a good relax and count to 10. But I kind of want to combine these two. So I think here's my dream card is relax and count to 10 followed by speaking your mind. Because sometimes we speak our mind and you ever speak too soon when you're mad?
Yes.
Or embarrassed? Does that ever happen to anyone? Where you never said anything you've ever regretted? What? Has anybody ever said anything they've regretted?
Probably.
Yeah? I do it all the time. I always have to take a step back before I react. Because otherwise I'm going to say something not very nice at all. So I choose both of them. So relax and count to 10 and say speak, and then speak your mind. Whose were they?
Oh.
Jax?
Hey.
Sean? All right. I'm not gonna lie. Take charge like Oprah is an awesome card. Whose card is that? I like that one. All right, let's talk about the next one. I'm gonna pick another one. Yeah.
My card was the worst, probably.
Which one? Tweet about the drama?
Yeah.
Certainly not the most
It was
appropriate,
fun.
but it would have been great if it maybe the most inappropriate one is the.
No, I didn't know. It's just pretty fun. It was the most inappropriate die that I would have probably won that.
You would have won that?
I'm not gonna say what card I was gonna choose for that because I was like thinking to myself, what is the opposite? What could be the opposite of that? That you went from there.
Yeah.
I had a snap.
You had no snap? If not, I can see you saying no snap. Alright, let's see. Alright, let's talk about this one. It's your first day at a new school, and you're in the middle of the cafeteria trying to decide where to sit.
Ooh, been there.
Been there?
Been there.
What do you do?
I just found an empty place where there was nobody there. I just sat there.
Oh, yeah.
Did you ever try to work your way in to talk to anyone?
No, a friend of mine found me. I didn't know she was there. She invited me to a group she had.
Somebody eventually found you. Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think stopped you from looking for her then? What do you think stopped you from looking for a friend in lunch?
I mean, I looked around for people, but I didn't really find anybody.
Mhm.
So I guess she had gotten there later.
Mhm. What
I don't
about?
really remember it that well.
How was it? This school or last school?
It was this past year.
Oh, okay. Freshman year?
Yeah, first day freshman.
Oh, it's nerve-wracking. Do you guys remember first day freshman year?
I actually wasn't that nervous.
You didn't
I
start.
remember my brother was really nervous about starting high school though.
Mhm. Were you guys nervous when you started at PCIT?
Nah.
Sure.
Jack says yeah.
I was
not
nervous about getting
yeah.
into the shop I wanted. That's what I was nervous about. Not
Yeah.
not the school.
Not the school itself.
No.
Matt,
That was.
you were. Makes sense. No, Tariq. Tariq is brave. He has a brave heart today.
With the shop, the reason why was because when I saw my grade, it didn't look.
You didn't think it was gonna make the cut?
I mean, it was a pretty good grade itself, but I
Mhm.
didn't think it was enough to get in. I think I had it was either an 83 or an 85.
Were you excited? You got what you wanted?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I literally I said like yeah, but I was like super loud.
Oh, you were super
But everybody
loud.
else was already being pretty loud too, so I didn't stand out.
Well, you had a nice-
Nobody like.
Well, it was a nice, exciting moment for yourself. That's good.
Yeah.
I was so nervous when I started here. Because, like, you guys, I mean, I'm sure students don't think about this, but, like, we as adults have first day of school, too, right? Have first day work. Miss Christian had first day work.
I did. I was nervous.
Yeah. So what did you do, Matt, what did you do to overcome the nerves? You just kind of waited it out and let it subside? I personally have to throw myself right into work, right into what I'm doing to kind of, it does two things. It kind of takes my mind off of things, and it kind of just allows me to meet people through my job. So I don't have to have those awkward conversations, like those social conversations that are not always the easiest to have, like, oh hi, how are you, where are you from? They make me uncomfortable, so sometimes I think talking about work is an easy middleman, right? It's an easy conversation starter, because I have to talk to people then. Ms. Christian, what did you do to get over your nerves?
I think my answer's closer to Matt's. It just kind of faded out after some time. Yes, I think I just had to like go through various situations and know that there would be times where I would be embarrassed. There would be times where I would call people by the wrong names. There would be times where I didn't know something. And actually, to be honest with you, I still go through that. So just know that there were times where like I wouldn't always get it right, and yeah, eventually things would fall into place.
I'm gonna stop there. Is that cool with everyone? Make sure you turn your reaction cards in. And you guys have your passes, we'll sign them so you can head on back. Did you win the game? Is he still trying to win the game? Gee.
I don't know if anybody got more than one.
Guys,
I
it's
think-
just
I
a
think
good
I think
conversation
somebody,
starter.
I think somebody got a point every time.
Do you want to hand me your pass so I can sign them? Yeah, anyone want to back? Anyone want to class?
That's what I'm behind.
You're in shop right now, right?
Me?
Yeah.
I think so. I don't know what time it is.
10:38. So you got a half hour.
Here you go. Where are you going back then?
And it's in
Class 1, where are you on your way to?
Oh, shop. Wait, I'm going on not math. Yeah.
Okay, actually, I want you to stay back with me.
We don't got pass, so. Hold on, no
Matt,
pass.
can I stay back?
I'll call you.
Want to hang back for a little bit? Stay back.
Alright, have a good day, everyone.
See ya.
Oh, it's got the math.
Oh, Baton, go in my office. We coffee.
Oh, you look there.
No. Yeah, don't sign
Oh,
it.
you want?
The office right there. On the blue bed. You just go away from me. How are you today? Good,
I'm
sir.
good.
Good. Right here. You look a little sad. There.
I'm just tired, that's all.
Oh, why so tired?
I don't know.
You don't know? Did you get good sleep last night?
Probably a little bit.
Hmm.
It's probably me all the time, you know, tiredness.
Why are you so tired? You're too young to be tired all the time.
I don't know.
What's your routine like? What time do you get up?
See, I get up too early, 'cause
What time do you usually wake up?
5 or something.
Okay. And what time do you usually go to bed?
I don't know, it's like, I never check the time that much.
Oh, okay, you just kind of let your body naturally fall asleep.
Yeah,
Okay, let's see. How'd the first semester go?
it's been good.
Good. Let me see. Let me check these grades.
Wait, you can check my grades?
I can.
I can't check my grades.
Why not? You don't have access to the.
Nope, at all.
Why?
They want parents account, which I don't have. My parents don't have
No,
account.
you should have a student account.
They don't accept it. They only accept parents' permission, which you need an account for parents. And both of my parents don't have it, so that's why.
No, that's not true, Aswan. You should have a student account. Let me see.
They want me to like do something, which I don't know how to do, so they don't give me permission.
Look, there's a note right here. There is a student account with access. Last login was September 5th, 2009.
I just want to sign it.
Maybe if you'd like the information, maybe you might need someone to help you